Your brain is not your enemy, but it is a master manipulator. Every time you try to do something hard, uncomfortable, or unfamiliar, it quietly whispers, "Not now, later will be easier." Minutes turn into hours and suddenly the day is gone. This isn't a character flaw. It's biology. Your brain evolved to keep you safe, conserve energy, and avoid risk. In prehistoric times, that meant survival. In modern life, it means procrastination, avoidance, and staying stuck. Hard tasks activate the same neural threat circuits as danger, triggering resistance, anxiety, and mental fatigue before you even start. But neuroscience shows that you can override this response. You don't force your brain with willpower, you outsmart it with strategy. Step 1. Expose the trick and shrink the threat. The first way to force your brain to do hard things is awareness, because awareness exposes the trick your mind is trying to pull on you. When thoughts like, "I'll start later," "I just need to feel ready," or "let me check one thing first" appear, they feel logical, but they're actually automatic avoidance loops. Psychology studies show that simply naming what's happening, such as saying "this is resistance" or "this is avoidance," activates the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for reasoning, planning, and self-control. At the same time, it weakens the amygdala, the emotional alarm system that exaggerates effort and makes challenges feel threatening. Once the behavior is visible, it loses its power. You're no longer inside the excuse, you're observing it. That mental distance alone can shift you from procrastination into action. The second step is lowering the brain's perception of threat. Large tasks overwhelm the nervous system because they appear endless, expensive in energy, and full of uncertainty. The brain reacts by pulling you toward comfort and distraction. But neuroscience shows that tiny starts bypass this defense system entirely. When the first step feels almost too easy, 10 minutes of work, one paragraph, one exercise rep, the brain doesn't register it as danger. Once you begin, dopamine is released for progress, not completion, creating motivation after action starts. This chemical feedback loop builds momentum naturally, making the task feel lighter with each step. That's why waiting to feel motivated never works. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. Before continuing, if you are a content creator or want to start making money on YouTube, check out Gia Media. They take care of everything for you, including scripting, editing, titles, and thumbnails. It's 16 videos per month for only $480. You just bring the idea, and they grow your channel for you. If you're interested, leave a comment and I'll send you the link. Step 2. Calm the nervous system before demanding performance. Most people attempt hard tasks while their brains are already overloaded, notifications buzzing, multiple tabs open, background noise, unresolved stress looping in their thoughts. Neurologically, this puts the nervous system into a low-grade fight-or-flight state before the work even begins. Research in cognitive neuroscience shows that short periods of intentional stillness, as little as 5 minutes of slow breathing or quiet sitting, significantly reduce cortisol, the stress hormone, while increasing alpha brain waves associated with calm focus, learning, and problem-solving. In this state, the brain conserves energy instead of wasting it on internal alarms. Effort no longer feels like a threat that must be avoided, but like a challenge that can be handled. This is why elite performers don't rely on motivation, they rely on regulation. They use pre-focus rituals to shift their nervous system before demanding effort. Silence, controlled breathing, brief mindfulness, or simply removing stimulation. This isn't about getting pumped up. It's about making the brain feel safe enough to engage. When the nervous system is regulated, the amygdala quiets down and the prefrontal cortex takes the lead. Hard tasks stop triggering resistance and start feeling neutral, sometimes even interesting. A calm brain doesn't fight work. It collaborates with it. Step 3. Single tasking rewires your tolerance for effort. Another reason hard things feel unbearable is divided attention. Neuroscience consistently shows that task switching is extremely costly for the brain. Every time you jump between apps, thoughts, or tabs, your brain burns more glucose and oxygen, which accelerates mental fatigue and lowers performance. This constant switching keeps your nervous system in a shallow, scattered state where everything feels harder than it should. In contrast, when you focus on one task, one goal, and one clear objective, your brain can settle into a deeper mode of engagement. Researchers call this task-induced flow, a state where attention narrows, resistance drops, and effort feels surprisingly lighter. The simplest way to train this is by committing to a single hard task per day and giving it your full attention for a fixed window, ideally 25 to 50 minutes. No phone. No tab switching. No internal bargaining. Just one task, one block, one direction. Over time, this teaches your brain a powerful lesson. Effort is survivable. Difficulty doesn't mean danger. As this pattern repeats, your tolerance for challenge increases through neuroplasticity. What once felt exhausting becomes manageable. What once triggered avoidance starts to feel normal. You're not forcing discipline, you're rewiring your brain to handle hard things without resistance. Forcing your brain to do hard things doesn't mean pushing harder, it means training smarter. Awareness breaks the illusion. Small starts bypass fear. Calm states reduce resistance. Focus builds endurance. And patience allows change to compound. Neuroplasticity proves that the brain adapts to what you repeatedly ask of it. Each time you do something hard without panic, you teach your brain that effort is safe. Eventually, resistance fades. Hard things stop feeling like punishment and start feeling like proof of growth. You don't become disciplined overnight. You become someone whose brain no longer runs from challenge. And that's real strength, not fighting your mind but making it work with you. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to comment on what topic would you love to see in the next video.